Hi, welcome everyone to our series of Bhagavad Gita discussions. So in the last few sessions, we have discussed about the science of soul, that we are not this body. We are consciousness made up of Satchidananda and we are soul beyond the body. And then we have seen the importance of our scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, why scriptures are relevant, why they are authentic, why we should study them. We have seen some scientific analysis of the modern scientific epistemology and Vedic epistemology. And then on the basis of scriptures, we have seen that how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and we are his eternal parts and parcel. And therefore we have to engage ourselves in the service of the Supreme, then only we will achieve eternal happiness. And to connect with the Supreme, the most suitable way to connect with the Supreme Lord is by chanting the holy names. And we have seen the meaning and different importance of chanting the holy names. So in this session, we will discuss about karma and destiny. So what is the law of karma? Actually, this is a very complex mechanism. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna describes that the law of karma is very subtle and complicated to understand. But if we do not know about the law of karma, many things will seem like mysterious. Answer to many of our questions is actually law of karma. And how destiny works, is everything predestined or there is nothing called as destiny? So that's also we need to take a deeper look from the context of Bhagavad Gita. So let's begin. So what is karma? Karma is the cosmic law of action and reaction. So in our regular daily life, we have seen this causation of action and reaction. For every action, there is some cause and effect, right? So in the cosmic scale also, this principle holds. Under its control, we souls, we are spirit souls, and we are under this control of law of karma. In this material world, reap good or bad results according to each act we perform. So every action we are performing, we are creating some karma. So the word Sanskrit word karma means action. So whatever we do good or bad or anything, any activity that incurs some amount of karma. And that karma can be good or bad. And later on, we have to reap the fruits of that karma. So this is an overview of how law of karma acts. So you can see, just like this person is pushing this block and then it will come back to him after a certain period of time. So this is basically law of karma. Whatever we do comes back to us in the form of results. As you sow, so shall you reap. And is actually in the material world also, this principle holds. Like for matter also goes through this principle. To every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. That is the third law of motion. So basically, this is happening. We are taking birth, and during our lifetime, we are performing some action. Series of actions we are performing. And by those series of actions, we are creating karma. Good karma, bad karma, good karma, bad karma. Throughout our life, we are creating karma. And after death, the soul leaves the body along with the subtle body. The gross body is left behind and soul moves on along with the subtle body. Subtle body means mind, intelligence, and false ego. Then what happens? What next body the soul will get will be decided by karma. It is not only decided by karma, but karma is one of the factors deciding our next body. What are the other factors? So basically, there are two factors. One is karma and another is desire. Let me give you one example. Suppose you move into a shopping mall and you want to buy some clothes. So what clothes you will buy, that will depend on two factors. One is your choice. You will not buy something which you do not like. So one is choice or desire. That is one factor. And another factor is how much you can afford. What is your budget? So these two factors will determine what clothes we are buying. Similarly, buying clothes is similar to actually taking a new body, because a body is similar to a cloth. The cloth covers the material body and the body covers the soul. So from the perspective of the soul, our body is a cloth. And in Bhagavad Gita, actually, there is a verse which exactly gives this analogy. Pasamsi jirnani jatha bihaya, navani grinnati naro parani, tatha sarirani bihaya jirnani, anyani samjati navani dehi. Just like when our clothes are deteriorated, we change clothes. Similarly, if the old body is damaged and it is not fit for living anymore, the soul changes the body. So it's a similar phenomenon. So after death, the soul and the subtle body gets a new body according to the karma. Karma is like the budget, how much you can afford. If you have a desire to become a demigod, but if you do not have sufficient good karma, you will not be granted that body. But if you have performed sufficiently good karma or pious activity, and you desire something, very costly body, like body of a demigod, then you will be granted based on what karma you have performed. But now this cycle of birth and death continues. Whenever you take birth, you have to do something. It is not possible that you will just sit in one place doing nothing, right? So you have to do something. You are bound to do action, and those actions will produce karma. And due to those karma, you are bound to take birth. So then this cycle of birth and death is inevitable, it seems. But scriptures say that there is a way out. You can get out of this cycle. Because why we want to get out of this cycle? Because whenever we take birth in this material world is not a very good place to live. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this. Yes, you can see this verse. Bhagavad Gita 8.15, Krishna says, Mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam napnubhanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gatam. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. So Krishna is speaking about the yogis who perfect themselves and who attain liberation. So what is this liberation? Liberation or mukti is a very important term in spirituality. So what does it mean? This actually means this, getting out of this cycle of birth and death. That is called liberation. So then, for those who are not liberated, they are bound to take birth in this material world. And Krishna is labeling this material world as dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Just like Himalaya, the word Him means ice or snow. Himalaya means where you get plenty of snow or ice. Similarly, the library in Sanskrit is called Granthalaya. Grantha means book, alay means plenty. So plenty of books you can find in library. Plenty of snow you can find in Himalaya. Similarly, Krishna is labeling this material world or the world we are living in currently as dukkhalayam. Dukkha alay. Dukkha means misery and alay means plenty. So there are lots of misery in this material world. And you will get sometimes very little happiness in between a lot of misery. And whenever we get that happiness, we forget all the misery. So 90% there is misery and 10% happiness sometimes we get. And that happiness is also very temporary. Suppose you are eating some nice sweet, gulab jamun. So for some microseconds, you will feel pleasure. And if you are fed sufficiently, after a point, you will be satiated after eating maybe 10, 15, 20. You will not like that same gulab jamun, which is your favorite. You will not you will not be willing to take it anymore. So the taste for any material substance is very temporary in this material world. And that also comes like rarely. Most of the time we get dukkha or misery in many way. In our regular life, we have to do so many things we do not like, but we have to work hard to make our make living and all those things. So what is the definition of misery? To do, we are bound to do something which we do not like, and that happens to us at every moment. We are bound to do so many things which we do not like, and that is the definition of misery. And sometimes some unexpected very bad things happen, that is more misery. But apparently this material world is full of misery, and that is also ashashvatam, means the happiness is temporary. So therefore, taking birth means you have to go through this dukkhalayam ashashvatam material world, and you have to suffer all your life. Suppose you are living for 100 years, then 90 years are suffering, and 10 years you will get some happiness, little happiness, not very great happiness. And that happiness is also temporary. After a certain point, you will not like, and you will not get also. So taking birth means maximum suffering and very little amount of happiness. So the transcendentalists or the yogis, what they try to do, they try to get liberated from this cycle. Once there is liberation, they attain some spiritual planet or the planet of the Supreme Lord, and that planet is full of bliss, which is explained in Brahma Samhita and in other places. So basically, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, in the 8th chapter, Krishna speaks about the difference between material and spiritual world. So Krishna speaks, Parastasmattu bhavanyo vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashatsu na vinashati. Krishna is telling Arjuna, O Arjuna, yet there is another unmanifest nature. That nature is unmanifest. Nature means here another universe you can think of, another world that is unmanifest. That is unmanifest to the normal living entities like us who have gross senses. So with your gross senses, eyes, ears, nose, and other gross instruments, you cannot find the spiritual world that is unmanifest to the normal eye. To see the spiritual world or the abode of the Supreme Lord, we need spiritual eyes, which is eternal. That spiritual world is eternal and transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. So this material world is manifested and unmanifested periodically. Sometimes it is manifested, created, and then it is maintained for some time, and then again annihilated. Periodically, this material world is created and annihilated. But the spiritual world is always eternal. It is never destroyed or annihilated. So the spiritual world is supreme and is never annihilated. When all in this world is annihilated, or in other words, when the material world is destroyed, that part remains as it is. So Krishna is telling about the spiritual world or his own abode, which does not go through any changes. Just like soul is eternal, soul cannot be destroyed. Similarly, the Supreme Lord Krishna is eternal, and Krishna's abode, the spiritual world, is also eternal. So all these things are in spiritual category, and those things are never annihilated. The soul, the Supreme Lord, and the spiritual world. Further description is given in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Natadbhashayate suryo na shashanka na pavaka jadgatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. That supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. So Krishna is telling that the spiritual world or the abode of the Supreme Lord is not illuminated by sun or moon. So in this material world, by default, this material world is full of ignorance and darkness. Whenever we see sun actually gives light to this material world. And suppose if there is no sun, then the material world will be a complete darkness. But this is not the nature of the spiritual world. Material world is by default dark. You need the sun to illuminate. But spiritual world is by default full of effulgence. Every particle is self-effulgent in the spiritual world. So why there is the spiritual world is so good and the material world is like all the negative things negative characteristics are there in the material world, and the spiritual world is all the positive characteristics are there. Because this material world is not a place for us to live. It's like a prison house. If the Supreme Lord is our Father, and we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, so our material body we have got from our material parents. But actually, we are not this material body, we are spirit soul. Our parents are not the creator of the soul. Soul was already there, but only the material body or the gross body I have got from my parents by the fertilization of sperm and ovum. Our material body is created, but soul is not created by fertilization. So then, once I die, I will take another birth and I will take a new set of parents, and the new set of parents will give me a new material body. But then where does the soul coming from? Soul is coming from the Supreme Lord. Atma is coming from Paramatma. The Supreme Lord is the source of the soul. So therefore, because we are not this body, our material parents keep on changing in every birth. But our spiritual parent is the Supreme Lord, and he is constant because we are created from the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is also Satchidananda, we are also Satchidananda, but the Supreme Lord is like the ocean, infinite Satchidananda, and we are like infinitesimal Satchidananda. So therefore, because the Supreme Lord is our Father, is our actual Father, the Father of the soul. So in general, what happens? If the father is a billionaire and father is living in a very big mansion, then the son is also supposed to live with the father with all the different facilities. But now we can see opposite. The abode of the Supreme Lord is very wonderful. There are further description of the abode of the Supreme Lord. Like in Brahma Samhita it says, Chinta mani prakara shatma shukalpa vriksham laksha briteshu shurabhira vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shatasam Brahmasebhyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord. So Brahmaji is praying to the Supreme Lord and glorifying the spiritual abode. The first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees. So purpose tree means Kalpa Vriksha. In the material world, if you go to a mango tree, it will give you only mango fruit, but that too in a particular season, not every time. But in spiritual world, the description in the scripture says that in the spiritual world, the kalpa vrikshas can give you any fruit anytime. So that is the characteristics of the trees of spiritual world. See, because the Supreme Lord is the source of everything, he is infinite. So he can infuse his infinite energy in his abode. In the material world, we have so many restrictions like conservation of mass, conservation of energy. You cannot have such a system which is producing energy on its own. That is not possible in material world because material world is by nature conservative. But the spiritual world is non-conservative. Because Krishna is the source of infinite opulence, Krishna can decorate the spiritual world with infinite opulence where there is no restriction. So therefore, in the spiritual world is like this. All the different facilities are there, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis. Further description, there are many descriptions like this in Brahma Samhita. So the point is, if the Supreme Lord is our Father, and in the spiritual world we have so many facilities, then why we are in this material world where there is restriction, conservation, and it is full of misery? The son is supposed to live with the father, right? Why the son is not living with the father? So the explanation is that Krishna never wanted us to come to this material world. But sometimes what happens that we become adamant, although the son of a billionaire is getting all facilities in his home, but sometimes he has some dispute with the father and he does not like the rules and regulations of the home. Suppose the father says that whatever you do, you have to be back home by 9 o'clock at the night. You cannot stay beyond 9 o'clock. outside. So the son does not like all these rules and regulations, and the father says you have to study and you have to like be disciplined. The son does not like, and he says, I want independence. I do not like all these rules. Then the son had a dispute with the father and leaves the home. And once the son leaves, then he does not have resources and he suffers in the street as a beggar. Although he was in the status of his previous status was son of a billionaire, he was getting all different facilities, but he had to maintain some rules and regulations. But he thinks those rules and regulations are actually a very big restriction, and I want independence. Then, in the name of independence, he left the home, and now he is suffering. And he is thinking, I am now free. I am not anymore bound by rules and regulations. I am independent. But what kind of independence is this? In the home, if he desires, I want to eat this, I want to have this clothes or garments, everything he wanted he could get, but he only have to follow some rules and regulations. But now he cannot do anything. He does not have a place to stay, does not have a place to sleep. He is suffering tremendously and he cannot fulfill any of his desires, but he is still thinking, I am independence. So this is called illusion. And we have also illusion in this same way. Krishna also explains that why we come to this material world in Bhagavad Gita 7.27. Exactly same thing. So Krishna says, Ichhadvesha samuthena dvandamohena bharata sarvabhutani sammoham sarge janti parantapa. O Sian of Bharata, that means Arjuna, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. So these are the two things which cause us to come to this material world, leaving the spiritual world. First thing is desire to enjoy independently from Krishna. And hate means we hate the Supreme Lord. We ichha dvesha. Dvesha means hatred. We develop some kind of hatred towards the Supreme Lord, and we are not aligned with the desire of the Supreme Lord. So this is one reason. And another reason is to enjoy independently, the desire to enjoy independently from Krishna. These two factors take us from the spiritual world to this material world. And now in this material world, we are suffering. So Krishna tells, Mamai Vamsa Jiva Loke. So it is 15.7. So in 15.7, Krishna says, Mamai Vamsa Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manasasthani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Now, due to this Ichha and Dvesha, the living entity comes to this material world, leaving the spiritual world. And what are the consequences of this? The living entities in this conditional world or this material world are my eternal fragmental parts. That means we are the son of the Supreme Lord. We are fragmental parts of the Supreme Lord. But due to conditioned life in this material world, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. Why there is mentioned six senses? We have five knowledge acquiring senses and then mind. Mind is considered to be another sense. So combining these six senses. So we are struggling very hard to be happy, to be independent, but actually we are miserable. So just like the son of the billionaire is thinking that I am independent, but actually he was more independent when he was in the house of the father. Then whatever he desired, he could get. But now he is dependent on the mercy of other people. So this is the wrong notion of independence we have. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada is to say a very important statement that real independence is to declare our dependence on God. So when we admit the fact that we are dependent on God, then actually we are independent. Because the Supreme Lord has two energies. One energy is called the external energy or Mahamaya, and another energy is called the internal energy or Yogamaya. Now there are two kinds of living entities. One is called Mahatma and another is called Duratma. Some people are demoniac. They will choose the external energy, and the external energy or Mahamaya Shakti will treat them according to the law of karma. But there are few Mahatmas or devotees, they take shelter of the internal energy of the Supreme Lord, and then the Supreme Lord will take care of them personally. So this is how things work. So we cannot be independent in any case. We have to be under some energy of the Supreme Lord. But if we choose to be a devotee, then we are under the internal energy of the Supreme Lord, and the Supreme Lord will personally take care of us. And if we choose to be under the external energy of the Supreme Lord, then law of karma will treat us. And now comes the importance of chanting. When by chanting the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we are calling out to the Supreme Lord and the internal energy of the Supreme Lord, then immediately we are transferred from the jurisdiction of external energy to internal energy. And Krishna now personally takes care of us. So by chanting the Mahamantra, we are giving Krishna the permission that, okay, you can now modify my life. So if Krishna is actually God, if he wanted, he can control each one of us. We cannot move our hand without the sanction of Krishna. So Krishna can control everything. But because he is magnanimous, although he can control everything, he does not control everything. He has given us some free will that I will not interfere with your life unless you invoke me. If you do not invoke me, then my law of karma will take care of you. But if you invoke me, then I will take care of you. So I am always ready to take care of you, but it is up to you that whether you want my help or not. This is the simple thing. Now, so therefore, once we start chanting, we are calling out to the Supreme Lord, and the Supreme Lord will take care of us, and the experience will not be the same. Therefore, each and every devotee has experienced this, that previously my life was in a certain way, but now I am very, very happy. Because after chanting, Krishna takes care of you personally. And those personal experiences are very, very personal. You can only experience that, cannot be expressed in words. How it feels to be taken care by Krishna. This is an experience that you have to experience by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is the underlying science of law of karma and material and spiritual world. Now, there is another phenomena called destiny, which is like a similar concept related to karma. So there are two extremes in this concept of destiny. Some people think everything is predestined. That means in my destiny, it is written that I will become a doctor, or I will become an engineer, I will become a billionaire, or I will be very poor, I will be beggar. So some people think like this. It is written in my destiny, whether I do some work or not, whatever is destined will happen to me. So this is one extreme, that even if I do not do any hard work, whatever is destined is anyway coming to me. And if I do hard work also, I cannot change my destiny. So what is the point of doing hard work? Just stay in one place, and whatever comes in through my destiny, let it happen. So this is one extreme where the person is completely dependent on destiny and not doing any hard work. This is one extreme. Another extreme is a approach where people think there is nothing called as destiny, and by hard work I can create my destiny. Okay, so if I do sufficient hard work, I can achieve anything. This is another extreme. But actually none of this is true. The truth lies somewhere in the between, in the middle. So first of all, if you do not do any hard work, then you will be degraded. There is nothing like in my destiny it is written that I will become a billionaire, and if I just sit in one place, I will get a lottery ticket and I will become a billionaire. No, not like that. That does not work. There is a saying in Sanskrit Nahi suptasya singhasya pravishanti mukhe mriga. Although the lion is having a capability to hunt, but if the lion is staying in one place and it is thinking that a deer will come and enter into my mouth, that is not going to happen. So everything written in destiny, hard work is not required. This extreme point is completely wrong. Another extreme point, I can achieve anything and everything by hard work. That is also wrong. There are factors beyond your control. We can prepare for some exam to our best ability, but there are factors we cannot control. Maybe that day I become hospitalized due to some disease, I meet some accident, or many things can happen. Although my preparation is good, in the exam hall I became nervous. So there are many things that can happen, and also it can happen I have given the examination, but there is some mistake in calculation and I got a very low marks. So there are so many things that can happen that is beyond our control. So these two extreme points are actually wrong. Then what is actually destiny mean? So this is a very interesting concept. So I personally understand it in a programming manner. So law of karma is actually a software written by Krishna, an algorithm written by Krishna, which acts independently. The nature or law of karma is a software written by Krishna, which acts independently. So if I write a program and I give this software to some company, then that company will give some input to the software and the software will produce some output. Now it may seem that the software is working automatically. I don't have to do anything. The creator is sitting somewhere in the world and the software is working independently. But actually the software is not independent. It has been created by the creator to act independently. Similarly, the nature or law of karma is created by Krishna and it seems like it can act independently. So now this law of karma works in such a way, or destiny works in such a way, it is not a blanket statement like you will become a billionaire. It's not a statement like that. Yes, destiny exists. This is not true that destiny does not exist. No, destiny exists, but this is not some statement like you will become a billionaire. No. The statements written in the destiny is a function of hard work. So in your destiny, it is written that if you do 10% hard work, you will become a millionaire maybe. If you do 50% hard work, you can make 50 millions. If you do 100% hard work, you will become a billionaire. So destiny is written as a function of hard work. Now, if you do zero hard work, then according to destiny, you will get zero. But if you do 100% hard work, then you will get 1 billion. So this is how, this is a toy analogy to understand if everything is destined or not. So destiny is not something written like blanket statements. It is actually a function of hard work. And there are some limitations. We will discuss this in detail. So is everything destined? No. Our independence is dependent on Krishna. Krishna is Swarat. Swarat means completely independent, but we are not completely independent. Yes, we have some independence. We can make some choices. Krishna is not controlling us. We have the independence to make choices, but Krishna has the control. Now, there is a very popular statement that not a single blade of grass moves without the sanction of the Supreme Lord. So people think, okay, so everything is happening by the will of the Supreme Lord. So if something heinous murder is going on in some place, that is also sanctioned by Krishna. So Krishna is sanctioning that person A should murder person B. So the person A is not responsible. Krishna is responsible. So this is one statement of atheism. So we will try to refute that. So basically, it is not that we do not have any independence and Krishna is controlling. No, our independence is dependent on Krishna. And beautiful analogy can be given. As long as the power station supplies you electricity, the power station is working, the switch in the power station is on. Now you have a local switch that will work. If you turn it on, the light will be on. If you turn off, the light will be off. So you have some control, and that control you can do only when the power station switch is on. But if the power station switch is off, then what will happen? You cannot control. Everything will be shut down and you cannot control. Even if you turn it on, it will not be on. So this is like this control Krishna possesses. So if Krishna says that I will not let you control, then Krishna can do that. Krishna can shut down your control and you cannot control your life. But generally, Krishna is merciful, and therefore Krishna keeps this switch on, and we have a independence, we have a little independence to make choices in our life. So this is how Ishvara Jiva Prakriti works, and this is vividly explained in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Yes, we have a free will. We take birth, B for birth and D for death, and in between we have whole life, and this life is nothing but making choices. So life is all about making choices. So we have to be very, very careful in making decisions and choices in our life. And it requires spiritual intelligence to choose correct alternative. And therefore, we need to study the user manuals of life like Bhagavad Gita. We have to take knowledge from Bhagavad Gita to make correct decisions in our life. So yes, we have the independence to make choices in our lives, but we create our own destiny by the choices we make. But while we are free to make choices, once we have acted on them, we are bound to live with their consequences, that is karma. This is one beautiful definition. At the present moment, you have two options. You can go to a Bhagavad Gita class, or maybe you can go to some disco party. If you choose something, you have that independence. Nobody is forcing you. You can choose. But once you have made the choice, you do not have the choice over having the consequences. You must have the consequences. So while you are reaping the results, you do not have any choice. But while doing the action, you have choice. That is karma. So while doing action, we have to be very, very careful, because once we make a choice, then we have to suffer the consequences of that. So similarly, that question can be answered now, that if God is God responsible for our like heinous works? So actually, no. So Krishna has given us some independence. Krishna has given the murderer also some independence. And by misusing that independence, person A is killing person B. Now Krishna will sanction. Yes, without Krishna's sanction, nothing can happen. So Krishna as Paramatma, he will see, okay, you want to do this activity, you want to make this murder. And Krishna will check the bank account or the how much pious credit do you have. And if there is sufficient pious credit, then Krishna will tell, okay, I allow you to do the action. But I am allowing you to do the action, but you have to suffer the consequences. So allowing does not mean then Krishna wants. Suppose the father repeatedly warns the son that you should not smoke, you should not drink, but the son is adamant. And then the father says, okay, whatever you want, you do. I have told you multiple times, you are not paying attention, then whatever you want, you can do. So father allows the son to smoke or drink, but that does not mean the father wants. Another beautiful example can be given. Suppose a small baby has seen a rotating fan and he wants to put his finger inside the fan. He wants to know what is happening inside the fan, but he does not have that understanding what will happen once I put my finger. The parents are trying to catch the boy so that he does not hurt his finger. But the boy is curious, what will happen if I just enter my finger into this fan? So one thing can be done, that every time the parents have to be very, very cautious so that the child does not go near the fan. But this is not a permanent solution. Once the parents are not around, the boy will be again attracted to the fan because he has that curiosity. He wants to do that. The desire is not suppressed. So one solution is, then the father says, okay, we cannot do anything. So let him just enter his finger into the fan. And once he will get the lesson, he will never do that. And exactly that happens when the boy puts the finger into the fan, he gets hurt and he cries bitterly and never does that again. So the same thing happens. The Supreme Lord is telling us to choose the way of righteousness in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. He has spoken the codes of Dharma. But but we are not paying attention to the advice of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, the Supreme Lord says, okay, you want to do murder? Okay, I allow you to do murder. And when you will suffer the consequences of doing this, then you will understand that, oh, I should not do this. So therefore, Krishna allows a soul to do something, whatever it wants, so that it can get rectified over time. That is a permanent solution. If Krishna wanted, he could do that. Whenever someone is trying to murder, Krishna will freeze the hands and legs and he cannot move. Krishna can do that. But actually, that is not a permanent solution. The desire in the heart of the murderer is still present. The desire is not destroyed. Externally, I am just freezing the hands, but the desire is still there. But once it commits that action and he goes through a miserable life, then like over multiple lifetime, all those miserable impressions will be accumulated, and after a certain number of repetition of this birth and death, that particular living entity will develop some amount of detachment from this kind of sinful activities, because he has performed sinful activities through millions of lifetime and still he is not happy. So that impression will be stored. It may not be the exact details will be stored in the memory, but that impression will be there, and sometimes he will try something different. After a million lifetime, he will maybe there will be a desire that, okay, let me read Bhagavad Gita, what is written, because I am very dissatisfied at heart. Because in millions of lifetimes, he is trying to enjoy this material world by committing sinful activities, and he is still not happy. So this is how Krishna wants permanent rectification. Therefore, Krishna just allows whatever you want to do. But we have to suffer the consequences after we do the action. So the principle is soul desires, the living entity desires, Paramatma or the Supreme Lord sanctions, and the material nature executes. Okay, so this is very important concept of law of karma, and we will explain it in more detail in the next session. So it will take another session. So we'll hear one small video from Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. So why do bad things happen to good people?
If karma is for real, then why do bad things happen to good people? Answer: that's a result of a delayed reaction to karma. When we say that bad things happen to good people, essentially what we are saying is that we are seeing, for as long as we have seen these people, they have acted good, and yet they have got some reaction which is bad. But humility will have us admit that we have not observed anyone for eternity. One of the fundamental principles for us to make sense of the world is to understand that we are eternal beings. The same spiritual literature from the East that talk about karma also talk about the Atma and about its reincarnation, about the soul and its reincarnation. So when we consider that a person who is getting some bad reactions has acted good in this life, that simply means that they must have done some negative karma in a previous life, and that reaction is coming now. If we consider, say, a big grain silo in which grains are kept. So good quality grains are being put by the farmer into that grain container from above. But in the previous seasons, the farmer has put poor quality grains. So on one side the farmer is putting good quality grains from above, but if the farmer opens the door from below, what comes out will be bad quality grains. You say, why is this happening? Because the same farmer had put bad quality grains earlier. So if we consider our total karmic account to be like a big silo, so that contains the account of not just the karma that we have done recently, but also the karma that we have done remotely in a previous life or in several previous lives. So if the past karma that we have done has been bad, then the result of that is we may get some bad reactions even while we are doing some good karma right now. However, there is no reason to lose hope. Why? Because whatever good we are doing, it is going to give a good result in future for us. The good quality grains which the farmer is putting in, they will come out eventually. Similarly, for us also, if we do good actions, we will get good reactions. Should know that the reservoir of bad karma, which we may be getting some reaction right now, that is finite, and once that gets exhausted, the good actions that we have done, their reactions will also come upon us as good things happening to us. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, in this connection, I will share a small story from Mahabharata, which will explain this further. So Dhritarashtra is the father of the Kauravas, 100 sons, and in the war of Kurukshetra, all the 100 sons died, right? So Dhritarashtra is asking Krishna that what did I do wrong that I had to lose all my 100 sons? So the answer is Krishna gives that in your 100th previous life, like 100 life back, you killed 100 eggs of some bird. You destroyed them. And you are now supposed to have that karma that you have to also lose your 100 sons. But why that reaction is coming 100 lifetime after? Because you did not have enough pious credit to have 100 sons. Because to have 100 sons also, you need a certain amount of pious credit. So through 100 lifetimes, you have acquired that pious credit that I can have 100 sons. And once you had 100 sons, then that karma was waiting that once you will have your 100 sons, they will be killed by somebody. And you have to also experience the pain you have given to some living entity. So this is how the law of karma is very complicated. What karma is waiting at what point and when it will be manifested, nobody knows. Therefore, it is best to perform Bhakti Yoga, because Bhakti Yoga is a sure short way to destroy all our karma. Jastendra Gopa Mathavendra Ahoshva Karma Bandhan Rupa Phalabhajana Matanoti Karmani Nirdahati Kintucha Bhakti Bhajam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I adore the primal Lord Govinda who burns up to their roots all fruitive activities. So karma means fruitive activities. So all the fruitive activities or karmani nirdahati kintucha bhakti bhajam. By devotional service, you can burn all these karmas. This is the only way. Otherwise, everyone has to suffer the reactions of their karma. But if you are doing devotional service, then your jurisdiction changes from law of karma to Krishna. And now if Krishna wants, Krishna can edit your karma. Krishna can remove some karma. And yes, this has happened to many of devotees in ISKCON. One devotee was sharing that he went to some astrologer, and the astrologer predicted, he was a very good astrologer actually, that at the age of 40, you will experience severe stomach disorder and you will be bedridden. But that person is now 45. So he was telling, I did not have this kind of stomach disorder, although it was supposed to come. Because I have become a devotee, Krishna has removed that karma. So there are many such examples where we can see. So therefore, devotional service is extremely important. And in devotional service, chanting of the holy names is the most wonderful way to connect with the Supreme Lord. So we will end here today, and we will do chanting of one round together. Then we will end the session.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
So yes, we have to chant this mantra, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Because Krishna, he comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and propagates this holy name. So before chanting this mantra, we take the blessings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is an incarnation of Krishna, and his associates, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, and Srivas Pandit.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for attending.
Next is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 1st chapter, text.
Yeah, if you have any questions, then I can take now.
Hello.
Hi, yes, Nandita.
Hi, Rathin. I have heard in my childhood from my elders that whatever grandparents do, their next generation, next to next generation, and basically their whole vanshaj. In Hindi, we call it vanshaj. They have to suffer of their karma, but. Yeah, I couldn't clarify this from anyone. So, what is your opinion about it?
Yeah, actually, in a lineage, there are some interdependence of karma. Suppose if you do not do some rituals for your ancestors, then your ancestor has to suffer. And if your ancestor has done something, then some part of that karma, like the descendants also has to carry. So this is very complex, but in a lineage, there is some interdependency. But the safest thing is if you become a devotee, then you are getting out of this whole jurisdiction of karma. So you do not have to worry about like what my ancestors did and what the upcoming generations they are going to do. And in turn, if in a lineage someone becomes a devotee, it actually comes in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, the episode of Nishingadev and Prahlad Maharaj. So in that connection, Nishingadev says that if in a lineage, a devotee like Prahlad Maharaj, a pure devotee like Prahlad Maharaj is born, then 21 generation up and 21 generation in future, they will be liberated. Liberated means they will also get a chance to perform devotional service and perfect their lives. And the devotee who is a pure devotee, so he or she will be free from any karmic reactions coming from up or down or anything, and his own karma also. So the best thing is to become a devotee, then we do not have to worry about our own karma or the karmic reactions due to other my ancestors and all. And in return, if we become a devotee, all other members of my family, they will be benefited. They will get some sukriti. Some amount will be credited in their account also because we have become a devotee. We are a pure devotee and they are related to us. So Krishna also gives mercy to such a person who is related to a devotee. A devotee is so dear to Krishna that Krishna wants to give mercy to everyone who is related to that. So that's the best thing. And also Srimad Bhagavatam, in another verse, there's a verse for this. Devarshi bhutapta nirnam pritrinam na kinkaranaya mrini charajan sarvatmana ja saranam saranyam gato mukundam parihitta kartam. So Devarshi bhuta apta nirnam pritrinam. So there are many liabilities we have. Deva Rishi means we have liability towards the demigods, Rishi or the sages, Bhuta or our ancestor, Nrinam means other living entities, Pitrinam, our like Pitris, like your grandfather, grandparents and all, and before that also. So we have many liabilities and karmic interdependence. But Sarvat Manaja Saranam Saranam Gato Mukundam Parihitta Kartam. Someone who has taken complete shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda or Krishna, then he is free from all these karmic reactions. So there is some mention in the scriptures like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it is about us getting liberated from all these laws. But like it would be great if you can explain this complex relationship maybe in the next session. I mean, I'm just curious to know how it works generation after generation. Like what you said now, I got that part. Like if someone gets benefited, their immediate ancestors and their immediate followers get benefited, but the rule how it works in general, because I also observe sometimes people actually suffer what they carry forward. So
Yeah,
a
so
bit
the
curious to
problem
know.
is
Yeah.
the law of karma, this is so complex and it is not actually explained in the scriptures also. And every time the same principle will not hold. So there are many cases. It's not that every time X percentage of karma will be given to the nth descendant. It's not like that mathematical. So there are many things like that. If after death, the soul actually needs some amount of time to be transferred to the Yamaloka and there are procedure. And that time span also varies from person to person. What is the karma? If that person is devotee, there will be no time. The devotee will be liberated. If that person is sinful, then it will take quite a long time. So all these things, these
Like for
are
Yudhishthir, he got half day of Yamloka and then the rest of
yeah. So it's like that. And these things are vividly explained in Garud Puran. So if you want to know in detail, yes, I can point out to that. But yes, the thing is very complex.
Yeah, I mean, like my original question was that, like, if we are individual souls and with every birth, our role changes and our relatives in this world changes, then why do we get influenced by our immediate parents in this birth? I mean, why what we get in our life will be affected
Okay.
by our parents' karma.
Yes. Okay,
So,
got the point. So see, if you are taking birth in a particular lineage, so your taking birth in that lineage is also due to your karma. Suppose in this lifetime or maybe in the next lifetime, you are taking birth in a very sinful lineage. So now your point is, if in every birth I have a different lineage, then why do I have to suffer the karmic reactions of the previous ancestors or something like that? So the point is, if you are a very pure soul, then you will be taking birth in a pure lineage and you will get the pious reactions from the ancestors. If you are a very corrupted soul, then you will take birth in a sinful lineage and you have to suffer some sinful reaction. So you will take birth in that sinful lineage and you will suffer some percentage that is also determined by your karma.
okay.
Yeah, so if you are very pure, then obviously you will take birth in some sinful dynasty. You will take birth in a pure dynasty, and instead of suffering, you will enjoy the results, pious credits, what your ancestors have done. So that is also decided by karma, where you will take birth. How much sinful will be that lineage where you are taking birth? So in
Okay,
a
and
way,
then if the person,
yeah.
Now I got it. And
Yeah.
if the person in intelligent enough, now here intelligent means enlightenment. If
Hmm.
they are enlightened enough, and if they get more enlightenment during that birth, then they can come out and avoid all the.
So the
Okay.
moment he gets enlightened, immediately he will be
Mhm.
transferred from karmic jurisdiction to Krishna's jurisdiction. And now everything becomes unpredictable. That whatever Krishna wants, that will happen to you. Nothing works by law of karma.
Okay.
The point you become a devotee. That it's not that if you become a devotee from the next life, you will be in Krishna's jurisdiction. No. From that particular time instant, everything will change in your life.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your wonderful question. Okay. So many people have midterms, so they could not appear. So we'll continue our discussion next week. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.